What if the secret to transforming your life isn't about doing more, but about mastering 15 timeless principles that have guided the greatest minds for over 2,000 years? In a world that moves faster than ever, filled with endless distractions and impossible expectations, it's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and stuck. We chase after success, approval, and more, but often find ourselves exhausted and no closer to true progress. That's where Stoicism comes in. This ancient philosophy isn't just dusty history. It's a powerful toolkit for immediate real-life growth. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus weren't just thinkers. They were warriors of the mind, leaders who faced war, betrayal, and hardship, yet remained unbreakable. Today, their wisdom is more relevant than ever. These 15 Stoic principles are not abstract ideas. They are actionable, practical keys to cutting through noise, building resilience, and accelerating your life progress starting right now. Imagine waking up with clarity, focus, and the discipline to move forward no matter what chaos surrounds you. Imagine shedding what weighs you down and stepping into a life of purpose and strength. This is your guide to that transformation. Get ready to unlock the Stoic secrets that will sharpen your mind, steady your emotions, and ignite unstoppable progress starting today. 1. Do less but better. In today's world, it's easy to mistake busyness for progress. We fill our days with endless tasks, meetings, and distractions, thinking that moving non-stop means we're getting somewhere. But the Stoics knew better. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." It's not laziness, it's precision. Most of what we do is noise, habits repeated without thought, obligations accepted without question, distractions that drain our energy without adding value. Imagine an archer aiming their bow. If they try to shoot at every target, they hit nothing. But if they focus their breath, steady their aim, and release at one point, their success skyrockets. Life is the same. The key isn't doing more, but doing less with intention. Each morning, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will have the greatest impact? Protect that priority fiercely. Say no ruthlessly to what doesn't serve it. Every yes to trivial things is a no to what truly matters. Every moment spent on distractions steals time from your purpose. The Stoics remind us that a well-lived life isn't about endless activities, about doing the right things well. So today, stop chasing busy work. Focus on what moves you forward. Do less, but do it better. 2. Have a philosophical anchor. Life can feel like a stormy sea, constantly tossing us in every direction. Without something solid to hold on to, it's easy to get lost, overwhelmed, or swept away by every passing wave. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed in having a firm philosophical anchor, a set of guiding principles and values that ground you when everything else is uncertain. Marcus Aurelius anchored himself in virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and discipline. Seneca valued time as the most precious resource. Epictetus held firm to the idea that while we can't control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. These anchors gave them clarity, strength, and resilience amidst chaos. Ask yourself, what is your anchor? What core belief guides your decisions, steadies your mind, and gives you purpose? Without this foundation, you risk becoming reactive, drifting with the opinions of others, cultural trends, and fleeting emotions. But when you define and live by your philosophy, you become unshakable. Your anchor won't make life easy, but it will make you strong. 3. Focus only on what you can control. Life is full of events and circumstances beyond your influence. Other people's actions, unpredictable changes, and external pressures. Too often, we waste precious energy trying to control what simply cannot be controlled. This leads to frustration, stress, and exhaustion. The Stoics teach a crucial lesson: distinguish clearly between what lies within your power and what does not. Your true power is found in your thoughts, choices, and responses in the internal realm, where you always have control. Epictetus, born a slave and one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, famously said, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not." This simple but profound insight frees you from unnecessary suffering. When you focus your time and effort on what you can change your mindset, your actions, and your attitude, you reclaim your energy and your peace of mind. Recall moments when you wasted hours worrying about situations you couldn't change: a rude comment, a delayed flight, a colleague's success, or a lost opportunity. These are all distractions from what truly deserves your attention. Today, make it your practice to pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, why waste my energy? By sharpening your focus only on the controllable, you lighten your mental load, improve your decision-making, and build resilience against life's inevitable challenges. This principle isn't passive resignation, it's active wisdom and strength. It empowers you to act effectively where it matters and to let go of what holds you back. 4. Let go of unnecessary burdens. Life often feels heavy because we carry too many worries, regrets, and frustrations that do not belong to us. Most suffering doesn't come from events themselves, but from how we hold on to them: the fears of the future, the regrets of the past, and the frustrations with things beyond our control. The Stoics taught that freedom and peace come when we learn to release what weighs us down. Holding onto unnecessary burdens only drains your energy and clouds your mind. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones that aren't yours. Every extra weight slows you down, making progress difficult or even impossible. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. By letting go of what you cannot change or control, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters: your thoughts, actions, and attitude. This process takes courage and practice. It means forgiving yourself and others, accepting imperfections, and releasing unrealistic expectations. When you drop these unnecessary burdens, your mind becomes lighter, your heart freer, and your spirit stronger. You become more present, more focused, and better equipped to face life's challenges with clarity and calm. Start today by identifying one worry or regret you are ready to release. Breathe deeply and make the conscious choice to let it go. The more you practice letting go, the more unshakable your peace of mind will become. 5. Prepare mentally for hardships. Premeditation. Mallory. Life is unpredictable. Challenges, setbacks, and hardships will come, that's certain. The Stoics developed a powerful mental exercise called premeditation. Mallory, the premeditation of evils. This practice involves visualizing potential difficulties before they happen, not to dwell on negativity, but to build readiness and resilience. By imagining the worst-case scenarios, you reduce their power to shock or overwhelm you when they occur. Marcus Aurelius would remind himself daily that he would face dishonesty, loss, betrayal, and hardship. Instead of fearing these events, he accepted them as part of life's reality. Seneca advised students to mentally prepare for loss and adversity, not to create fear, but to foster gratitude and calm acceptance. When you expect difficulties, you are no longer caught off guard. You meet challenges with a calm mind and steady heart. This doesn't mean you become pessimistic or resigned. It means you build a shield of mental preparedness so that when adversity strikes you, respond with clarity and strength rather than panic and despair. Start by imagining one possible hardship you may face soon. Picture how you would handle it with wisdom and courage. Practicing premeditation. Mallory empowers you to face life's storms with confidence, transforming fear into preparedness and peace. 6. Plan and structure your day. A well-lived life is not accidental, it is deliberate. The Stoics understood the power of planning and structuring each day to align with their values and goals. Marcus Aurelius began each morning by mentally preparing for the challenges ahead, reminding himself of his purpose and principles. Seneca recommended reviewing the day each evening to reflect on achievements and areas for improvement. This practice builds discipline and clarity. When you plan your day, you take control of your time instead of letting external demands scatter your focus. Imagine waking up knowing exactly what matters most and how you will spend your energy. This reduces stress and increases productivity because your actions become intentional, not reactive. Planning doesn't mean rigid schedules that cause frustration when things change. It means setting clear priorities and being flexible in execution. Start with a simple habit. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each evening outlining your key tasks and goals for the next day. Identify the 1 or 2 things that will have the greatest impact. By doing this consistently, you create momentum and direction. Your days become steps toward your larger vision, not random activities. A structured day empowers you to live with purpose, avoid distractions, and maintain steady progress toward what truly matters. 7. Take action without overthinking. One of the greatest obstacles to progress is hesitation. Overthinking creates paralysis, drains energy, and delays results. Many people get stuck in endless cycles of doubt, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. The Stoics teach us that wisdom lies in deliberate action. Epictetus reminded his students, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will be serene." This means accepting uncertainty and moving forward anyway. When a decision is within your power and aligns with reason, act decisively without second-guessing. Waiting for perfect certainty only wastes time and opportunity. Think of all the chances missed because of fear or opportunities to grow, to learn, to improve that never materialized. Taking imperfect action is better than taking no action at all. Practicing swift, purposeful action builds confidence and momentum. The more you act, the clearer your path becomes. Mistakes are not failures, but lessons that guide your journey. Imagine stepping into your day with the courage to begin, knowing you don't need to have all the answers, only the resolve to move forward. Stoicism doesn't advocate rashness. It encourages thoughtful but decisive action. 8. Avoid comparison. Comparison is a silent thief of joy and progress. It turns your victories into moments of doubt and inadequacy. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in what others are doing, how fast they're moving, or what they've achieved. But the Stoics remind us that every person walks a unique path shaped by different circumstances, abilities, and choices. Marcus Aurelius advised himself not to waste time worrying about others' progress, knowing that true fulfillment comes from living according to one's values and standards. Epictetus went further, teaching that happiness is not found in measuring yourself against others, but in living true to your principles. When you compare, you lose focus on your growth. You chase illusions and set yourself up for disappointment. Instead, stay in your lane. Measure progress only against your past self. Ask, am I better today than I was yesterday? If yes, you are winning. Remember, the only competition that matters is with yourself. Your journey is yours alone. Race it fully without distraction. 9. Commit fully or not at all. Half-hearted efforts lead to frustration, wasted time, and missed opportunities. True progress demands full commitment and an all-in mindset that drives you to give your best without hesitation or doubt. The Stoics believed that anything worth doing is worth doing completely. Seneca warned against divided focus, reminding us that a scattered mind achieves little. Imagine an athlete stepping onto the field with caution, afraid to risk injury or failure. They weaken themselves before the game even begins. Or a person who starts a project but only gives partial effort, expecting full results. Stoicism teaches wholehearted action, showing up fully, engaging deeply, and living with purpose. This doesn't mean reckless impulsiveness, but rather decisive, consistent effort without second-guessing. Ask yourself, am I truly all in? If not, either commit fully or step back. When you act with total commitment, you unlock your full potential, build resilience, and create meaningful change. 10. Eliminate distractions and focus. The modern world bombards us with endless distractions, notifications, emails, social media, and constant demands, pulling our attention in every direction. The Stoics understood that scattered attention leads to a scattered life. Focus is one of our most precious resources, and protecting it is essential for progress and peace. Imagine trying to create a masterpiece while being interrupted every few minutes. Each distraction breaks your flow, wastes energy, and blurs your clarity. Eliminating distractions is more than turning off your phone. It's a discipline to decide what truly deserves your attention and what does not. Learn to say no to trivial demands, filter out noise, and guard your mental space fiercely. By dedicating your time only to meaningful activities, you deepen your presence and boost your effectiveness. This clarity and focus allow you to achieve mastery, cultivate resilience, and live intentionally. 11. Seek wisdom from the wise. No one has all the answers, but many have walked paths similar to yours and learned valuable lessons along the way. The Stoics believed in learning from those who came before the wise, the experienced, and the virtuous. Reading books, listening to advice, and surrounding yourself with mentors accelerate your growth and broaden your perspective. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the teachings of philosophers and leaders he admired, using their wisdom to guide his own life. Seneca encouraged his students to learn constantly and to test ideas critically. Seeking wisdom is not passive absorption, but active engagement, questioning, applying, and refining knowledge to fit your journey. By embracing the lessons of the wise, you avoid repeating mistakes and gain tools to face challenges with clarity and strength. 12. Align expectations with reality. One of the greatest causes of suffering is the gap between what we expect and what happens. When reality fails to meet our hopes or plans, frustration, anger, and disappointment arise. The Stoics taught that peace comes not from forcing the world to conform to our desires, but from adjusting our expectations to match reality. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that the world is imperfect and filled with selfishness, ignorance, and injustice. Instead of wishing for a perfect world, he chose to accept it as it is. Epictetus taught that suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our judgments about them. A delayed flight can be met with calm acceptance or furious anger. The difference lies in how we perceive it. By aligning expectations with reality, you reduce unnecessary suffering and increase your capacity to respond wisely to life's challenges. This doesn't mean abandoning hope or ambition, but cultivating clear-eyed realism, seeing things as they are not, as we wish them to be. When plans falter or setbacks occur, instead of resisting, adapt your mindset and actions accordingly. Imagine the relief and freedom that come from accepting uncertainty and imperfection. By embracing reality, you gain resilience, calmness, and a deeper peace that no disappointment can shake. 13. Build discipline and systems. Discipline is the foundation of lasting progress, but relying solely on willpower is a recipe for burnout and inconsistency. The Stoics understood that building systems, structured routines, and environments help sustain discipline far better than fleeting motivation. Marcus Aurelius maintained daily rituals to keep his mind focused and strong. Seneca emphasized the importance of regular reflection and self-examination to stay on course. Creating systems means designing your life so that positive habits become automatic. It could be setting specific times for work, exercise, or meditation, preparing the night before, or minimizing distractions in your environment. When discipline is built into your systems, you don't have to depend on how you feel at the moment. You simply follow the process. This removes the burden from willpower and makes consistency achievable. Integrate habits into your daily life in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Over time, these habits compound, leading to powerful transformation. By committing to well-designed systems, you create a reliable framework for growth, resilience, and success that lasts. 14. Surround yourself with excellence. The people and environments you surround yourself with profoundly shape your thoughts, habits, and ultimately, your life. The Stoics recognized that to grow and thrive, you must place yourself among those who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. Seneca warned that we become like those we spend the most time with. Negative influences drain energy and stunt growth, while positive influences uplift and motivate. Marcus Aurelius sought the company of wise teachers and virtuous leaders, constantly learning and refining his character. Choosing your environment wisely means surrounding yourself with people who hold you to high standards, encourage your growth, and embody the values you aspire to. This principle extends beyond people to the books you read, the media you consume, and the ideas you engage with. By immersing yourself in excellence, you raise your standards and accelerate your journey toward your highest potential. 15. Flow with life and adapt. Life is constantly changing, unpredictable, and full of surprises. The Stoics taught that rigidity leads to suffering, while flexibility brings strength and resilience. Trying to force life to go your way creates frustration and resistance. Instead, learn to flow with life's currents, accepting what you cannot change and adjusting your actions accordingly. Marcus Aurelius observed nature's constant motion. Rivers carve new paths, seasons shift, and the universe expands. Similarly, we must embrace change as a natural part of existence. This doesn't mean passivity or giving up on goals. It means acting with purpose while remaining open and adaptable. When obstacles arise, bend, but don't break. Change your approach, find new paths, and keep moving forward. Imagine the freedom that comes from accepting uncertainty and flowing with life's rhythms instead of fighting against them. By cultivating adaptability, you build a life of grace, strength, and enduring peace amid life's inevitable changes. Stoicism is far more than a philosophy to be studied. It is a way of life to be lived. Understanding these principles is only the first step. Real transformation comes from putting them into daily practice through deliberate choices and consistent effort. The world around us is unpredictable and often uncontrollable. We cannot dictate what happens, but we have full authority over how we respond. This power to choose your mindset, your actions, and your attitude is your greatest asset. By embracing Stoic principles, you develop discipline that withstands temptation and distraction. You build focus that cuts through noise and keeps you aligned with your true goals. You nurture resilience that turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. This journey is not easy. It requires courage, patience, and persistence. But every small step forward is a victory that compounds into profound growth. So today, I challenge you to start applying these 15 Stoic principles in your own life. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. Begin now with the choices you make this very day. Observe how your reactions change. Notice how your peace of mind deepens. Watch your life gradually transform from chaos to clarity, from distraction to purpose, from weakness to strength. Remember, the path to mastery is a lifelong commitment. Stay curious, stay humble, and keep learning. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Train it wisely. Live with intention. Become unshakable. The power is in your hands. The question is, will you take it?